Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. It is 3:30 in the morning. We just got done with extended maintenance. We're going to be talking about everything that's going on with this patch, things you need to know. You're probably already noticing that there's no familiar banner because that's what everybody came into my stream tonight and said, and there's a lot of rage about that. So we're going to go ahead and set the rage aside, and we're going to talk about what's in this patch, and we'll probably talk about opinions and thoughts right now in another video. So let's go ahead, talk about the patch, and dig in. So a couple of things to talk about that we're going to be going over in this video. We are going to be talking about, I have my notepad here. We're going to talk about the new packs. We're going to talk about how to farm candy, how to feed the children, how to properly pronounce the new familiar, which is Bougie. We're going to talk about the monkey pet, and we're going to talk about the event in general. So let's go ahead and talk about how to farm candy. You can farm up to 80 candy per day. You can do this just by killing regular monsters. And then once you actually acquire that candy, you run around very similar to the last event. You run around in Evermore, and eventually a child will start chasing you, and you can trade the candy to the child, and you will get these heart crystals from them. They're pure heart. You go to the shop up here. Where are you? Wrong shop. We need to go to the exchange shop. Go to the Pure Heart shop, and here you can exchange for a variety of items. So you can buy Bougie for 100 hearts, and that's kind of where you go from there. There are 3 new food items with this event as well. You have the Ghost Cookie, which is going to give Soulstone and Specialty drop rate up 200% for 30 minutes. You have the Witch's Soup, which is going to give Monster Kill gold rate up 200% for 30 minutes. And then you have the Vampire Latte, my personal favorite, which is going to give prize drop rate up 200% for 30 minutes. So these are just nice little additions. It's very similar to the last Witch's Cooking event, where you are going to get some good items that are going to increase overall. No feast items like there was in the Witch's event, but still pretty good overall. Once you kind of get through that, you're going to want to make sure that you do the Episode Eve event. So there are going to be reputation quests in here for you to complete. You want to also make sure that you do the Episode Eve check-in. So you want to make sure and do that check-in every single day. You can do that by coming up to the event up here icon. And you want to make sure you're clicking right here and clicking on the item to get it. This check-in, not the best check-in in the world. This is the one that's going to give that 4-star select field boss accessory item, which is okay. It's not incredible. And then the Episode Eve event just kind of directs you to what's going on with the episode event right now. I do want to cover Bougie's abilities before we talk about the shop anymore. Or any of the packs. So let's go ahead and pull Bougie up here. So Bougie is going to be a support type dark familiar. So we're going to take a look at his maxed out Awaken 10 stats. So he's going to decrease skill cooldown by 5% for equipped darkness familiars and increase burst charge by 3% proportional to the number of equipped darkness familiars. He's going to decrease skill cooldown by 2.5% for party members equipped darkness familiars, and he's going to increase partner and equipped familiars damage dealt in Nightmare Plaza by 150%. That's going to be the new upcoming event. Burning Candle is going to be his active ability, which will instantly restore 15% of max HP, plus an additional 10,000. Instantly recharge partner's burst gauge 10%, and then instantly recharge party's partner burst gauges 3%. And then his Familiar Arena ability is going to decrease 5% of his max HP and increase attack of ally familiars in range by 20% and crit damage by 30%. Overall, not particularly remarkable, I don't think. I think a lot of people will want to Awaken 10 Bougie, though, just by the fact that he's going to be a Darkness Familiar, which is definitely going to give you some form of advantage in Familiar Arena. And of course, you're going to want to level him up for the event as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the bundles that came out. A little bit of contention here when we were talking about them. They released double diamond bundles. Probably the biggest one that you don't want to miss is going to be the 14-day login. It comes with 500 diamonds, 10 equipment tickets, 60 gummies, and 30 familiar tickets, as well as a select 6-star deco chest and 30 decos for the premium deco chest down here. Overall, absolutely incredible. This is very good value for your account. I think most people should grab this. Now, there are other ones that come out, such as the Triple Kingdom Share. I always find that the Kingdom Share bundles are overpriced, but I think if everybody in your kingdom buys them, the rewards that you would get potentially could outweigh that, right? If you have potentially 40 people in your kingdom, that's upwards of 120 familiar power-up chests that would be coming your way. And 3 pet tickets, 3 costume, 3 familiar, and 3 equipment for $7.99. Particularly since we have pet tickets in here, this is actually, I would say, a reasonable value. I wouldn't spend unless you're in a very active guild. Quite similarly, the toy selection pack is probably the pack that we spent the most time talking about on stream. A couple people swore by the $26.99 price point, since most of their familiars are already at 300 out of 300. So the most powerful way they can increase their pet familiar's power for Familiar Arena would be through pet toy selection chest, right? You can choose and get that 5-star pet toy. You can put 3 of them, because you can buy 3 of these on that pet, and all of a sudden that pet's going to be significantly more powerful than if you had just 4 or 3 of the 4 stars. So definitely, I don't think it's worth it. I think most of the time Familiar Arena is not going to come down to the 5-star pet toy that you have on your familiars. I think, especially if you're playing the game every day, and if you are doing familiar adventure reliably, you're going to have some really good pet toys already. But it could be your luck and your RNG, so I could see it also being worth it there. Now, the 1+ diamond packs. So these are going to be double diamond packs. So these are going to be diamond packs that are giving you double the diamonds than the standard packs, right? So these are pretty standard in all of the gacha games that people play. Usually these are good value. I would say don't fall for the trap of these bundles. There are cases where these bundles can be absolutely good. I think if you're at the point where you're buying this bundle, you're probably smart enough of a spender to know that it's good for you. Again, most of the time I would recommend something like the level achievement bundle, which is going to be that half price or more diamonds. To give you some perspective, $79.99 is going to give me upwards of 10,000 diamonds here, as well as 50 eggs and 50 familiar summons, 50 equipment summons, and it's going to give me a risk in return per rogue, versus the other $79.99 bundle, which is only going to give me about 7,200 diamonds, right? And that's at the half price. And factor in that you can buy these on all of your different characters, and that you have different diamond bundles like this one, which also give you 10,000 for $79.99. And it just quickly doesn't really hold up as a incredibly good banner to spend money on. Other than that, there isn't much to talk about. There really isn't much news. There is a new monkey pet that came out. The monkey pet is okay, I would say. It's not crazy remarkable, because again, you would have to actually get a 5-star pet. And I think a lot of people seeing the 5-star monkey were really excited for it. They were like, oh yeah, we can get the monkey. There's going to be like a monkey pack. We can get a 5-star pet. No, there's no monkey pack. Just kind of more of the same, and a little bit disappointing, I would say. There's definitely been a lot of disappointment with the no familiar banner, and apparently there's going to be really bad news in an upcoming dev announcement, which apparently that news was shared on the Discord somewhere, is what I've heard. So there's supposedly a really bad dev announcement coming up in the next couple of days. We're gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, everybody, if you are super upset about the familiars or no familiar banner, or you know, if you have some difficult feelings about this, put it in my comments, because I am going to do a video talking about the lack of a familiar banner and how people are feeling. So thank you so much, everybody. Stream, I'll be right back, and I will catch you guys next time, YouTube.